I don't want to talk to her right now. Okay, makes sense. We're not ready to make up yet. I don't want to talk to anyone right now. Okay then. We're probably gonna find Lecter loafing about somewhere. What's wrong with me? My heart just won't stop pounding. Why am I acting like this? Is Lecter gonna pop up out of nowhere now? Maybe I should talk to Hans. Oh. We get to control Jill now. Interesting. This isn't Hans's room. I don't really want to talk to anyone else right now either. It's past curfew, so I really don't want Mr. Effort to know I'm here. I'd get in tons of trouble. Alright, one of these doors. Of course they make Hans's room, the very last one. This isn't Hans's room. You in there, Hans? Yeah, that you, Jill? Hold on, I'll open the door. What the heck are you doing here? It's late. Did something happen? Not really. Your face tells me that's a big ol' lie. Come on in, I'm by myself at the moment anyway. Don't try any funny business, okay? As if I would. Now get your butt inside. Aw, they're such good friends. So, what happened? Something to do with Chloe, right? Can't keep anything from you, can I? Have you ever fought with her before? Not yet, no. She's the type to just apologize before offering her opinion on anything, so we've got nothing to fight about, really. You asking because you have. Yeah. I really hate myself sometimes, Hans. I just can't seem to stop myself from blurting out insensitive stuff, even when I don't mean it. She was really angry, too. Angry? Chloe? Man, I can't even imagine that. I wish I could have seen it. Can you be serious, Hans? I am. I'm just not sure how to face her now. So I don't want to go back to my room tonight. Can I sleep here? Proposal denied. You're sleeping in your own room, and that's final. I don't know what you said, but I'm sure she'll forgive you if you apologize. I don't know. I mean, as long as you mean it. Stay here, go back? We have a choice? No way. Even if I do try and apologize, there's every chance she'll ignore me. It wouldn't be the first time she's lost a friend over something like this. Poor Jill. All delaying going back is going to do is postpone the inevitable, but I can hardly blame her for being scared. How are you already asleep? Leo? Wow, you're sure back late today. Dot dot dot. You see, there's a perfectly good reason why Jill is here. I tried to say that she should go back to her own room, but wouldn't you know it, she wouldn't listen. Then... How the situation arose is of no consequence. We will be sleeping outside tonight. I can't even tell if he believed me or not. Aww. Yep, there he is. I feel like I can't understand myself at all these days. Please don't stand behind me like that. It's creepy. Someone's in a bad mood. She's not looking too good. I always wished I could have a normal life like everyone else. An ordinary family, ordinary friends. But wishing for those things just doesn't get you them, and no matter how hard I try, nothing seems to work out. I just can't seem to make any progress. I getcha. You were so frustrated you ended up lashing out against a friend who's kinda on the dense side. That's not what happened at all. I'm not you. I might be annoyed at her, but Jill is still very important to me. But I'm not wrong either. I'm not going there because I pity the children or because I'm a good girl. The children there are wonderful. They don't need pity. I'm going there because I enjoy being there, and because it's important to me. I don't need to be made out to be some kind of saint for going somewhere I like. Because I'm not. That's not who I am. I just want it to be family. Why does nothing work out how I want it to? No matter how much I want friends and family, I just can't get them. Are they destined to forever be out of my reach? You're spilling all the beans tonight, huh? What about you? Is there anything in the world that you take seriously? Just one thing where you refuse to compromise. You know, you can be pretty scary when you start shouting. Forget it. Shouting at you isn't going to solve anything. He doesn't really deserve it. Like, he's trying to help you. So? You still don't know why you're mad, right? You're not even listening to me, are you? I just told you why. It's because I'm not going there out of pity. That's not why I'm going there at all. It's because it's genuinely important to me, and because... now we're just going around in circles. Sorry, but this is boring as sin. Where are you going? At least listen to me. I'm trying to have a serious discussion with you. You can't walk away in the middle of it. Listen, all I'm gonna say is, get yourself a clear answer to my question. These things are like a knotted up rope. If you don't untangle the heart of the problem, you'll just get more and more wrapped up in yourself. What does that even mean? That's for you to find out. Lecter! Oh, who am I even kidding? He's probably just trying to bully me. No, he's not. He seems like he never takes anything seriously, but in reality, he does. You still don't know why you're mad, right? These things are like a knotted up rope. If you don't untangle the heart of the problem, you'll just get more and more wrapped up in yourself. He's right. Why am I so angry about this? What's got me so worked up? Why? Best guess? Because she feels like she's one of them? When Jill made all those comments, she took them personally. Deep down, I knew all along what I was doing. All that time, I'd been pretending not to notice the truth, but I had known since the very beginning. And to avoid facing that fact, I kept desperately clinging on to everything I could, telling myself I was right over and over again, trying to convince myself it was true. Maybe it was because I was afraid that if I accepted it, I was going to lose everything. That was why my heart was so restless. The next day. I guess this must be the place? Well, it's not like I have to do anything too daring today. All I need to do is scope it out for now. I know I didn't mean any harm by what I said, but that's no excuse. I never should have made fun of the kids here without knowing anything about them. Which is why I'm gonna come here, get to know more about the place, and then try to apologize to her. Maybe then she'll forgive me. Yeah, that's not gonna attract attention. Huh? Looks like there's no one here. Phew. Wow. This place is actually pretty cute. Well, here comes the hard part. Jill? What are you doing here? What? Fancy seeing you here, Chloe. Do you want to come in? Come in? Yeah, okay. Wait here for a minute. I'll go and make us some tea. Look, I'm sorry, Chloe. What I said was really, really insensitive, and I'm really sorry for ever saying it. Don't worry about it, Jill. When I was younger, I lost both of my parents, too. You did? That's why what you said bothered me. In my head, I saw myself in them. I didn't want to think that just because someone was an orphan, they were unfortunate by default. I didn't want to think that alone meant they were doomed to spend life unable to have the same kind of happiness that others did. I didn't want anyone to say it, or even think it. But that wasn't because I was thinking of the children here. It was because I was thinking about myself. I didn't want to be thought of as a poor little girl either. Chloe, I really... Please allow me to finish. I wanted to think I was getting angry on the children's behalf, but now I know I wasn't. All I cared about was myself. I knew that too, and that's why being called a model student, or being spoken of like some kind of exemplary human being, irritated me so much. I'm such a hypocrite, aren't I? Lashing out at you as if I'm sticking up for other people, when in reality I'm only thinking of myself. I didn't want to admit it, even though I knew, deep down. I shouldn't have been so annoyed by it, but I was. I really am sorry. No. No, you're clearly not the one at fault, Chloe. This is on me, and I'm sorry. Why you're angry with me doesn't matter when I said something I never should have said from the get-go. I had no idea what kind of life you or the kids here had led, and I wasn't trying to imply you were a hypocrite or anything at all. I wanted to apologize to you earlier. I didn't know how, I suppose. Same here. I take back everything I said about the children, too. I had no right to be judging them when I'd never even been here or met them. I didn't know the first thing about what I was talking about. I hope you'll forgive me. Well then, would you like to meet them? Really? They sleep in bunk beds, huh? I'm kinda jealous. One of them sneezes. That's adorable. They really do look cute when they're sleeping. Now I feel even worse for being so mean. I was more in the wrong, Jill. I knew very well that you didn't actually mean any harm with what you said. All my frustrations just built to a point where I took it out on you. Seriously, don't worry about it. Let's call our faults to a draw, okay? We're just going around in circles, aren't we? Still, in a way, I'm kind of glad this happened. It helped me sort out my own feelings. In fact, I feel more at peace with myself right now than I have in a long time. Because it's just hit home just how important this place truly is to me. Although to tell you the truth, all this fighting has tired me out. You too, huh? I barely slept a wink last night. Anyway, you want to get going? Yeah. Aw, we're glad they made up. It feels kind of weird to finally be able to talk to you openly like this, though. We've been sharing a room all this time. But this is the first time I felt like you've opened up to me. Fighting aside, that alone's made me pretty happy. Yeah, I'm happy too. Thanks for coming today, Jill. I'm glad I did. May this be the start of a long and fruitful friendship. I hope so. I'm feeling so sleepy all of a sudden. This sunlight does wonders at making you want to drift off. Say, I wonder if this is how it feels, to grasp what's really important to you. All this time, this orphanage was right here, same as I remembered it. All the time I was stubbornly refusing to come back. All the time I was wrestling with myself about how I felt. All that time, it was right here, waiting for me to come back. Whether I was being a hypocrite didn't matter. I genuinely love this place, and that's the only thing that ever mattered. And now, I know that I'll always feel that way, no matter how many times I lose sight of myself or find myself losing my way. I know that I'll always, eventually, come back and remember how I feel. This orphanage is just part of who I am. There was also one other important thing that I found myself realizing. I still hadn't thanked him for all he had done for me. Not once. And apologized for shouting at him, right? Lecter! Get back here! Today's the day you're finally going to do some work. Oh. Chloe? I'm so sorry, are you okay? Lecter just disappears. Is he in the tree? Yes, I'm fine. Our pincer attack didn't work all that well. You'll have to do better than that if you want to catch the almighty Lecter. How did he get up there? How did he get up there so fast? His agility is amazing. You've got no one to blame but yourselves for letting me get away. So long, suckers. This guy is hilarious. Alright, time to climb the rope. Get back here! We'll see who's a sucker when you're chained to a chair under a mountain of paperwork. After all the times I've chased him around, I know there's got to be more to this than it seems. He's not making it look like he's up there. He's making it look like he isn't. But is that all there is to it? Let's go and have a look anyway. Are we gonna climb the rope now too? No? We can't? Wow, he jumped like a whole story to reach that rope. And he climbed it fast. Alright. I'll go with one A-set, please. Hi there, Chloe. Surprised to see me here. I don't spend the entire day behind the receptionist desk, you know. Sure. Everybody's gotta eat. Phew, the lunchtime rush is finally over. I never cease to be amazed by how much energy you students have. Seeing you students so energetic always brings a smile to my face. We're still open if you haven't had anything to eat yet, by the way. Just hop in line. Fauna is smart. See, Fauna comes in after the rush. After everybody's left. Tomorrow is the general meeting of the student council. You must find him before then. Right. He never says more than he has to, does he? Find him before the end of the day. I'm busy helping out Leo with his work today. Unfortunately, all I can really do is get things together for him. But he does so much for me all the time. I like to help however I can. Sure. Oh, hello, Chloe. How come you haven't been showing up for practice much lately? Sorry about that, Rigel. I've just had a lot going on lately, I suppose. Oh, right. Still, it's you we're talking about here, so I always knew there had to be some kind of legitimate reason. Drop by if you get the chance, though. We'll always be waiting for you. I will, thank you. Clara's gone and lost the key to this room. She gave me a real earful when I lost it, and then she goes and does the exact same thing. Typical, huh? I'm trying to help her find it because I don't really have any choice. I just hope it doesn't turn out to have been somewhere stupid obvious the whole time. Where did I put the key to get in here? We're stuck outside without that. Looks like I've gone and lost the key to this room. Oh well, it'll probably turn up at some point. Guess we'll just have to do some training by ourselves today. Good luck, have fun. There's a rope hanging down outside the window. What's this? Are you supposed to climb up using this? Oh. So we actually can't get onto the rooftop, but let's talk to everybody first. Hans's dream date right here. I'm all alone with Lucy. This is like a dream come true. And then Chloe crashes. Oh, Lucy. What is it? I just wanted to ask you something. What do you think the most important thing in the world is? It's love, right? If you ask me, it's probably... strength, I suppose? Huh? Speaking of strength, I feel like smacking Lecter upside the head right now. Well, if you need someone to hit, you can smack me around as much as you like. Oh, sup, Chloe? Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's nothing. It looks like Lecter isn't here. Maybe you should go and see what Jill is up to. And, stop crashing my date. Lecter's not here. Then again, what if he is, and he just wants us to think he's not here, so that we'll mosey our way elsewhere? Ugh, this is why he's such a pain to deal with. Lucy and I are going to stay here and search for a while longer. Maybe you should go and check up on Jill. Hi there, Chloe. Have you found any sign of Lecter? I wish I could say yes, but unfortunately not. Oh. There's no sign of him anywhere. What should I even do when I find him? No, Lecter! That's not me, I swear! Oh, it's you. Don't scare me like that. I thought you were him. Here we have another of Lecter's victims, I see. Mr. Effort has both of his eyes closed. You monster! No! Just what did Lecter say to him? We would like to find out as well. This guy is clearly the terror of the academy. He's even got the teachers scared. You might think Lecter doesn't look like the type to help out school staff like me, but he helps me with menial tasks a lot. He gets a lot of hate, but he's a good guy in my book. He has been known to steal stuff from time to time, though. Oh boy. Almost always during class time, though. Makes sense. Makes sense. Maybe he will join Anton and Ricky, repeating the next year. It's almost time for the holidays. Yay! I better start thinking about how I should spend them. We still got lessons for a while longer, though. I kind of feel like I'm the only one excited right now. I should probably start doing some prep work for tomorrow's classes now. Studying is such fun. At first, my parents were dead set against me coming here, but I'm so glad I was able to in the end. Studying is so much fun! Alright, good luck with that. Radio calisthenics. 1, 2, 1, 2. Radio calisthenics are a big thing over in Remetheria, you know. People always gather around a big orbal radio and do them. Wait, do you know what an orbal radio is? It's a device that you can use to listen to music and stuff that gets broadcast by something called a radio station. Okay. Oh, hello, Chloe. Hello, Logic. Might I ask what you're doing? Oh, not much. It's just that I joined the Academy's music club. Today's our first practice session. Did you? Have fun then. I'll try. Incidentally, Chloe. I was just going to say. Let's give our best to our next set of examinations. But of course. Apparently, Freya is an exchange student from Le Mans. They say she's crazy smart, like exceedingly intelligent. That's not why I decided to join the music club, though. Absolutely not. Now that I've decided to join this club, I intend to devote myself fully to it and all of its club activities. I'm not sure what purpose this particular practice activity serves, though. But you'll do it anyway, right? I've got you now, you sorry excuse for a president. It can't be. There's no way. Time to accept your fate. It's gotta be a mannequin, right? No, it's an actual person. Mickey? What were you doing under there? Let go of me. I wasn't doing anything. What's going on here? I keep telling you I wasn't doing anything weird, I swear. Then what were you doing down there, huh? I'm sorry, but crawling under there screams suspicious. That's what I thought too. That's why I crawled in there. I'm not following you. Can you elaborate? Well, you see, I was around the back of the school building when I saw this guy who looked like he rolled right out of a dumpster walking around. I don't think I've ever seen anyone so sloppy looking in my life. It's scary how I know just from that who he's talking about. Yeah, me too. Honestly, he made me so curious I had to see what he was up to. So I ended up following him. Anyway, he looked around for a while, then he wandered here into the auditorium. Pretty suspicious, right? ... It was when I followed him in here that he noticed me. The second he saw me, he seemed to panic a little before crawling under there. I tried to follow him, but I ended up getting stuck. It was so close, too. So in other words, he was toying with you. What? Maybe if you bothered thinking about things other than how best to skip class, you wouldn't fall for such obvious tricks. He was deliberately trying to get your attention by acting suspicious as all get out. Like, he was trying to set you up. Call it our student council president's specialty. What? That guy is the student council president? You've got to be kidding. He couldn't look any less the part. He's preaching to the choir. That's hilarious. But then where did Lecter go? Listen to what I'm saying, Mickey. I should probably have told you this a long time ago, but I'm going to take this golden chance to give you a good lecturing now. Jill? Oh, Chloe. Sorry, but I'm gonna stay and give Mickey a good lecturing for a while longer. Oh, that's alright. You can leave looking for Lecter to me. I think I might have an idea where he is. You do? Aw, but why am I even surprised? You're like a metal detector for Lecter at this point. I wouldn't go quite that far. His slackitude always reminds me of Lecter, and anything that reminds me of him makes me mad, mad, mad. Listen to what I'm saying, Mickey. It's because you're always focused on nothing but slacking that this happened to you in the first place. I can't believe what I'm hearing. That guy is the student council president. Seriously? There's something wrong with this world. I think I'd be better at the job than him, and I thought I was the biggest slacker around. Maybe you should take some lessons. Why does it feel like Lecter only became president so that he could have a group of people who are obligated to chase him around campus? Like, this is his idea of fun, right? I ended up being forced to draw a portrait of the student council president a while back. I didn't expect what would happen, though. It ended up winning this contest I entered it in. Why? I wonder if the judges liked the falcon on his shoulder or something. I mean, it did make for a good picture, but still. Aw, Lecter and Seek are friends. So he's not as bad as everybody makes him out to be. Like, Seek is a good judge of character. We trust his judgment. Aw, looks like I couldn't beat Lucy this time. I've been trying a bunch of new study methods, but they just weren't enough, I guess. I wonder what kinds of study methods she uses. This makes 3 victories and 2 losses. She really is a good rival. Aw, well, good for you. Can we see our results too? Oh, here are the examination results. Let's see who the top 5 scorers among the third years were. Number 1 was Lecter Arundel? Wow. But he was barely in any classes. Did they have to, like, chain him to the desk or something? The second highest ranking was Leo, and the third was Rigel. Oh, it looks like I was the highest among the first years. Congrats, congrats. We know you worked hard. I'm intending to try a new approach towards teaching in tomorrow's lesson. I haven't decided what to go with, however. Maybe using short stories to test reading comprehension would be a good idea. Just using textbooks all the time is a little boring, both for myself and the students. Makes sense? Lecter became president instead of all the other much more fitting candidates, and I still can't bring myself to accept that. It's just not right. How can his grades be so good when he never acts like he gives a flying hoot about anything? I wish I could make the exams much harder just so I could see him suffer. But if I did that, all the other students would suffer too. Decisions, decisions. That's kind of hilarious, but also don't do it. For the sake of the other students, don't do it. Come on now, Milia. The only two candidates running were Lecter and Rigel was off on the actual day due to stomach pains. You gotta wonder, where did the stomach pains come from? That's awfully convenient. It couldn't have really ended any other way. If there's one thing Lecter is bizarrely good at, it's speeches. Every time he starts one, I can't help but be enraptured by it. It's weird how most of the time he messes around, but at times like those, everything he says makes perfect sense. Maybe he'd actually be a good politician. Interesting. Oh dear. Are you looking for Lecter again? Yes, I'm afraid so. Tomorrow's the general meeting of the student council, but he's run away and we can't find him. Which is a problem, as we don't have all of the necessary documents to conduct it as it stands. He's a born troublemaker, that one. Sir, if you don't mind me saying, I'm a little surprised by just how much you seem to trust him. I suppose you would be. Still, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what the potential of his actions are too, and fully accepts them. He still acts however he likes, but he's more than willing to face the consequences of his actions. I'm not sure trust is the most appropriate word for what I have for him, but at the very least, I think he makes for an interesting president. Admittedly, he does do his work properly when we do manage to capture him. And I know from experience that it may seem like he never takes anything seriously, but that's absolutely not the case. I just wish he'd actually do his work seriously from the beginning, instead of requiring us to capture him before he does it. Quite understandable. Perhaps you should tell him that yourself next time you see him. I think I will. Lecter often comes to this room and lies down on the sofa over there. He really seems to enjoy the atmosphere of this academy from what I've seen. Regardless of how his behavior is on the outside, I truly believe he's enjoying his time here. Aww. What a chill dean. Seriously. Oh, Roy. You haven't seen Lecter around here, have you? Lecter? I'm afraid not, no. I see. Sorry for troubling you then. The captain of our club doesn't exactly get along very well with Lecter. Apparently they were rivals for the position of president last year, and we all know how that went. I still feel like Rigel would have been far more suited for it though. She finally seems to have seriously developed some enthusiasm for her new position. Now the exam results are finally out though, so it's probably about time for her to be returning home for a while. It's probably about time for Felicity to return home for a while. The holidays will be beginning soon after all. Zin isn't the only immovable one. I've drawn up a plan for our club activities during the holidays. It can be a pain at times, but this position is turning out to be a lot more fun than I expected it to be. We'll technically be on vacation, so there's no reason to start practice too early in the morning. So I can start a bit later, and then move lunchtime back a little too. She seems happy, so props to Lecter. Oh, he actually is on the rooftop. We can see him for once. Okay, but first, we visit Anton and Ricky. Last night, I found a tiny flower in the moonlight. Seeing it try its hardest to bloom despite its small size just made me feel like my worries are all so silly. Weird, right? It made me feel at ease with the world. What have I been wasting all this time worrying about? I'm feeling really bright today. Good morning, sunlight. Good morning, new day. Alright, somebody's happy. Hey there, nice weather, huh? Wonder what I should do today. Anton ran off somewhere, but he's back now. He says he's fine, but I'm not sure I buy it. I've heard that a whole lot of times before this, you know? Okay, sure. Okay, time to go chat with Lecter. I knew I'd find you here. Oh, look who we've got here. Great weather, huh? Perhaps so, but you can't honestly believe I came to talk to you about the weather. If you have enough free time to laze around on the roof, come and do some work. Everyone could use your help, you know. Hey, they need me a lot less than you would think. And predicting the weather 10 years in the future takes a lot of brain power, you know. I need to concentrate right now. How does he think up these things? Still, going by my experience with him, when he acts like this, he's usually willing to listen to me. Hey, Lecter? I just wanted to say thanks. Thanks? For what? A lot of things, really. You've done an awful lot to help me ever since I enrolled here. But because you're always trying to act like you aren't, or you're running away from me, I've never been able to say thanks for any of it. I feel like I owe it to you. Yeah, I'm lost. I've got no clue what you're talking about. You asked me a long time ago what it was that I came here to do, didn't you? I hated the life I had before enrolling here. I always felt like I was being pushed around by everyone and everything around me, instead of really achieving anything for myself. And it was that I hated most of all. I felt empty, worthless. That was part of why I didn't want to try to answer your question, or even think about it. It was like if I accepted how weak I was inside, I'd never be able to get any stronger. But that's not how I feel now. I'm not empty at all anymore. Thanks to coming here and meeting you and all of my friends, I've learned so many new things. I was able to do things for myself too, instead of just relying on others for everything. Yeah? So that's why I wanted to thank you. Man, I told you before you were too serious, right? You've been thinking about that one offhand thing all this time. I never saw that coming. You're trying to make fun of me again, aren't you? What about you, though? Why did you choose to come here? Me? I had nothing better to do, I guess. Seems like a good way to kill time. Really? Well, as long as you're here, you may as well do some work. Wait! Tomorrow's the Student Council's general meeting, which means you have a lot to do, and you need to do it all by the end of the day. There's a mountain of it just waiting for you to get started on. Hold up a second. Don't do this, Chloe. I can explain. I'm not going to listen. Aw. Spare me, please. But how is she gonna get him off the roof without losing him? This was the first and last chance I ever had to thank Lecter for all he did for me. The day after that year's Academy Festival, he suddenly registered his intent to withdraw from school and was never seen there again. What? What happened? He was himself till the very end though, making a sudden appearance in the Student Council organized play's final scene, ruining it for his amusements. Yeah, that makes sense. Then, 2 years later, I ended up meeting him once more, in a place and way I never would have expected. What? Why would they do that to us? Alright, but you have a part 2, right? No they do not. Okay then, we shall never find out what happened to Lecter. But we're glad Chloe found herself, came to terms with all the things she was struggling with. I mean, clearly the struggle doesn't end there, but she's happy.